Good morning, good morning. I'm here. Hello, guys. Hello. I don't even have all my stuff ready. I apologize. So, let me get a frame and all the goodies. I was shopping over on General Wholesale, guys. Had to put somebody in charge while I'm live. I am so very sorry. Don't have enough of the blue. We're gonna use white. How are you guys? Oh, not prepared at all. I am so sorry. Let's get things pulled up here on Facebook. Hello. Come hang out with me. Let's see. Got to get over to where I need to be. I hope everybody is having a fabulous Tuesday. Welcome to Lemon Wreaths and Home Decor. Not normally this unorganized. Usually I have it all together. Things pulled up here. Hello. Good morning, Miss Patricia. I need to move this up just a little. Is that better? So my head's not so cut off. Good morning, Gina. Good morning, Emma. Just trying to do it so y'all can see what's going on. Guys, Ashley's over doing a live sale on General Wholesale. Miss Patricia might be in trouble. I put Patsy in charge of buying for me. Lord help me. So, if you guys would be so kind as to roll me out into Facebook land, I would greatly appreciate that. That means to share me out onto all of the places. Your page, any groups that you belong to. Hello, Liana. Yeah, Patricia, I know. I know. Let me get some of these out. I just happened to see that she was on. She was doing some baseball ribbon that I did not see when we were there. And some cute baseball pics. So I did those, and I trust her. Good morning, Joanna. How are you? So, if you guys, I'm going to share myself out here quick. Put it on my personal page. We are still getting used to me going live at 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time here on Lemon Wreaths and Home Decor. The family is doing good. Poor Dakota. 2 days after her birthday, she had to get, I thought she was getting just one tooth pulled this morning. They had to do two. But y'all, when I tell you, other than the numbing part, which she cried on that she didn't have to have any gas, the laughing gas. But when I tell you, it took them, I don't even think 5 minutes to pull the two teeth out. One of them was loose. The other one was in there solid. The adult one was coming in over it. But they're getting her ready for, in the next year, they're trying to figure out just where they want to go with braces and whatnot. So, bless her heart. So, welcome. Again, my name is Kelly, and I'm the owner and operator here at Lemon Wreaths and Home Decor. Welcome. I am located in Omaha, Nebraska. For those of you that are new to me, it's chilly this morning, but we're supposed to get up to almost 80. So, hey, Leilani. I'm going to be sending you a message to make sure I get out everything that I need to send to you. It's trying to snow again. See, that's not cool. Not cool at all. So, this is what we're going to do today. I have not made a pancake wreath in a while. If you're not familiar with what a pancake wreath is, Coach Mel or Melissa Morrow from Sincerely Creative Mom, who I had the pleasure of meeting this weekend. Super exciting. Good morning, Mary. She's the one that invented it, created it, whatever you want to call it. So, in that was, she created it for folks that have a storm door or a glass door and a main front door, because if you hang wreaths or make wreaths, you know that when you put it there, it ends up getting squished. Hey, Robin. So a pancake wreath is, you'll see when we make it, it's got just one layer of mesh, one layer of ribbon, and it lays nice and flat so it can go between the two doors. If you were not aware, April is Autism Month, National Autism Awareness Month. Good morning, Kelly. The other Kelly. And so I have, and I didn't put the link, I did put that my signs are, hello, Rebecca. I miss you, girl. All my signs on the website are buy 3, get 1 free. I still have that going over there just because I haven't changed it. So this is when I very first started making signs. I did anything and everything I could come up with on peace, love signs. So if there's anything that you want and you don't see it over at lemonwreaths.com, let me know, because it's just something that, I mean, I've got animals, I've got causes, I have drinks, people, anything. So if there's something that you do want, let me know or drop it in the comments. I have a couple individuals that take notes for me. So we are doing Peace, Love, Autism. This is a 6 by 12 inch license plate side. Again, it is available over at lemonwreaths.com. Let me get that here in the comments. Real easy to remember. I do have free shipping over $65. So we are going to do that. I am going to use this. This is one of my favorite border stripe mesh. It's a dark, deep dark navy. So we're going to do that. I've got this one. I don't think I'll get all the cuts out of it. So I have another brand new roll that we can use. I have some amazing autism ribbon. This is, you see it lots of places, but I got it from White Bayou. I got to throw my polka dots in, and then I have some other colors that I'm going to use to put a bow on it, but we're going to make it nice and simple. So let's get to getting. We are going to prep our frame, as I call it. This is a 14-inch Dollar Tree frame, and I'm going to use white Chanel stems. They're not going to show. I end up cutting them off, so we are going to start by putting 6 on the inside on these brackets. Standard Dollar Tree frame. The 14-inch has 6 brackets. Brackets is what holds the 4 rows together. So we're going to put one on the inside around each bracket. My comments keep freezing. So what we're going to do is we're going to fold our Chanel stem in half. Hi, Gracie. We're going to drop it down over this bracket. Okay, we're going to pull the legs to the middle, cross them, and wrap it around. No, I don't know why I'm saying no. Now, you don't have to cross. A lot of people put it on and just twist it twice. A lot of people just put it on and twist it twice. This is just how I taught myself to do it. So the way you learn is what you get in the habit of doing. I apologize, I have a frog in my throat. Hey Susan, how are you? Good morning, everybody. If you can give this this live some thumbs up and hearts also, that helps with that algorithm. Let's get some people in here to spend the morning with us. Hello, Kim. Hopefully Patsy's not spending all my money over there on General Wholesale. I said I trust her. I trust her. Good morning, Sherry. Good morning, Kathy. Okay, so we have our 6 on the inside on those brackets. Hey there, Judy. Now we're going to go to the outside. So when we do the outside, again, there's 4 rows on our Dollar Tree frame. We're going to put it around these outer 2 rings between the brackets. Now, you want to put your ties on away from you. When I very first started, I put them here towards me. Now, when you put your ties on, let me show you. So, for example, when you put them on, whether you do it away from you or close to you, you're automatically going to pull towards yourself, right? To make it tight, twist twice. Hey, Kathy. So, you can see that the V of the Chanel stem is here more towards the center, which means my mesh isn't going to flop off to the side. If you put your Chanel stems on towards you, again, you pull naturally towards yourself, that V is going to be more towards the outside of the wreath. So if you have problems with your mesh or what you're attaching flopping, try that. Give that a try and check it out. Some people also will do the second and third, the 2 middle bars. You can absolutely do that. And then it sits kind of on top of the frame. I've tried that before. Oh, thank you, Mindy. I miss you, sweetheart. Lupe, you are new. Welcome from San Antonio, Texas. Everyone give Lupe the official Lemonhead welcome. I would greatly appreciate that. Again, I go live Monday through Friday at 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. I used to go in the evenings, but just had to switch it up due to personal schedule and family schedule with my dad. But you never know when I will pop on, if life ever is not crazy for me. So your best bet is to either turn the notifications on up above, or up in the description of this video, there is also a link to an app called Telegram, and you can sign up for text notifications, and it comes across like a text, and I send that out whenever I'm going to go live, or if I have a special sale, I may let everybody know there, so you can sign up for that. How you doing, babies?
Stop drooling.
It won't stop drooling? Yeah, it's going to, honey, because your whole mouth is numb, so just get a rag, or here's some paper. You want some paper towels? I think we're out upstairs. Here you go, babies. Poor Coda had a couple teeth pulled this morning. So now we've got, looks like a bunch of white tarantulas, but we've got 12 ties, 6 on the inside, 6 on the outside for our frame. So we're going to set that aside so we can cut our mesh. Now she went back upstairs. Patricia said hi. She kind of mumbled a hi, bless her heart. It was so sad to see her, because she started crying, and I'm like, oh, bless her heart. Let me get I use my lemon bars to not only hold down my mesh, but then I'm going to use them when I cut my... Jen, how are you, girl? I am going to be sending you a message because I want to see if there's something that you can make. I'm going to even up my edge here. Go. Now, for the pancake wreath, as Coach Mel teaches it, is we want to cut at, yeah, it's no fun, Mary. We want to cut at 20 inches, okay? Oh, look, but that's okay. And I'm not used to doing 20 inches. Usually I cut 30 to use a whole roll. So we're going to, all we need is 12. And yes, it's just one mesh because it is a pancake wreath. So we're going to measure this out at 20 inches. Hopefully y'all saw the pictures that have been posted both here and over at KKC and with Miss Patricia. We had the privilege of going to our very first workshop down at General Wholesale in Louisiana this weekend. We had a family vacation for both of us. Lots of fun. First time we got to meet and the families got to meet. Hello, Robin. I just stopped by to say hi and send you some love. Be safe and have a great day. Still praying for y'all. Thank you, Mindy. I'll text you later. Isn't this fun? I love border stripe mesh, and this blue is just such a nice, deep, pretty blue. Hey, did you have too many Red Bulls this morning? Good Lord, you're going faster than the Energizer Bunny. I am? Am I? Maybe I got some decent sleep. I think it's because I got up early. Usually I don't get up until, it was only 45 minutes earlier. But apparently that made a difference. I don't need this last piece. Good morning, Nancy. Good morning, Gigi. How are you, beautiful? So I wanted to finish off, excuse the noise, I wanted to finish off that other mesh. Hey, Melody. Hey, Jen, maybe you had too much coffee this morning and you think I'm going fast. What do you think about that? Okay. Oh, good morning, Miss Ruth. How are you? Gonna even this one up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Guys, I don't know if you can hear it. That wasn't a very straight cut, but we'll be okay. I don't know if you can hear it. But, so, I have the basement as my craft room. And right next to me is the laundry room. So there is the vent that goes out. And we have a mama bird that keeps coming in and trying to make a nest. I don't know if you can hear the, in there. First I thought it was a rodent in the walls last week, but we said, and it don't matter. We go in there and shake that thing out. We turned the dryer on and show that they've already been hatched. So we need to, I told Art, I said we need to get some chicken wire, or I'm assuming they have like the mesh covers that go over the vent on the outside. So she's coming back in there. You're only on your 5th cup. Only. I haven't even finished my first yet. Haven't even finished my first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3 more. So we're cutting at 20 inches because we are making a pancake wreath. If you're not, let me see some hearts if y'all have made a pancake wreath before. How many of you have made a pancake wreath before? Well, got some hearts, so several of you are familiar with it. So pancake wreath it's a flatter wreath, so it can fit between a storm door and a front door. So it only has one letter. Hey sis, I'm going through withdrawal, not watching you, so I decided it's close enough to land. Being over and oh, bless you. I was thinking about you. You got to look at my reel that I posted. Dakota had to have. I thought it was only 1 tooth, but it ended up being 2 this morning because they're trying to see what her mouth is going to do for braces in the next year or 2. Okay. So 20 inches. Clean this up. Y'all, if you knew what we found out happened with my dad. Yeah, she's got her phone, Terry. So basically, Dad, I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but he's had C. diff, and he was in the hospital. We almost lost him because of that and some other stuff. And so they put him, once he got off the IV drip, they put him on vancomycin. He's allergic to vancomycin. Hey, Kayla. So he got red man syndrome, which we weren't sure what it was. So I get a text. I was out of town, obviously, this weekend at the workshop. My sister and brother took over things, or held the fort down. He was allergic to it. Okay, so we are going to do what I call the standard ruffle. So that is, you want to take your mesh, and good morning, Roberta. We're going to lay it vertically. Let me get my glove on. My hand's bothering me this morning already. I wear these for eczema on my hand. So we're going to lay it vertically. So the factory edges are left and right. Where we just cut is top and bottom. And we're doing it natural curl down. So when you lay it, it's curling underneath. And we are just going to lay this out. Some people like to put something on that side. We are going to push. Hello, Mandy. How are you, my beautiful friend? We're going to push with our thumbs and walk with our fingers, and we're going to scrunch right up the middle. Now, I do not recall my dad being allergic to, we're going to start on the outside, being allergic to vancomycin. But because he's never been on it, so we didn't know he was allergic to it. But it's right there on his, when I looked at the paperwork. So you know how they give you, we're going to wrap these around, so it's going to look like a petal. Okay, I'm going to make sure they're overlapped. Curl it under. Or the dresses that the Mexican dancer girls wear, that's what it reminds me of. Okay. Oh, I bet you are exhausted. So I look at the paperwork when I get back. I look at the paperwork that they gave me when I took him out of the hospital on Thursday and took him to the rehab facility. So you got your piece of paper, and up at the top it says these are the meds that he's taking. He was on a blood thinner and then 2 paragraphs down, or then 2 sections down, allergies, vancomycin. I'm like, are you kidding me? Even the nurse, because I talked to the nurse last night, and he said, even he was like, hello, my brother and sister, they got him off of it immediately, started something new. The downside is because it's C. diff and we had to switch the antibiotic, he's got to start all over on his 10 days. So when yesterday should have been his last day of antibiotics. Yes, ma'am, 20 inches. Oftentimes you can develop an allergy after being on other medications. Oh, really? I've never heard of red man syndrome. When we were leaving the hospital on Thursday, and I got sick of waiting for somebody to come in and help him get dressed. So, I've been helping to take care of my father for the last 2 months since he's been sick. I started getting him dressed. When I took his hospital gown off, I noticed he had these, it looked like a heat rash. I'm like, what's this? He goes, I don't know. Well, at that time, it wasn't bothering him. I asked the nurse when she came in, and she's like, I'm not sure, but they'll let you know over there when he gets to rehab. Just writing it off. Really? Good morning, Mama Dukes. C. diff can turn into a never-ending cycle of antibiotics. So scary. I'm not sure who you were talking about, but I hope you... Yeah, my dad. Kayla, my dad. And that's just it. They said 1 in 8 can get it back, just for no reason. We're pretty sure, unless when he was in the nursing home after the last hospital visit, we're pretty sure it's from the antibiotics. He was on antibiotics for a UTI. And so we think, because antibiotics, when you're on antibiotics for anything, it eats up the good and the bad bacteria in your stomach. So it allows that C. diff to come in. And then they had, because of everything that was going on, they decided to, he was having, he was so sick and having issues, they started a depression med. Well, because he got sick immediately after that, he only took it for like 1 day. They took him off everything at the hospital. So they start that one when he gets here to the rehab, and I get another call from my brother and sister. Dad's having hallucinations. They think it might be from... So when I'm done here, I'm going up there to talk to the nurse practitioner to see if, hey, can we get him off of that and either put him on something else, or my poor dad, he's just been through so much. So that's why I had I wouldn't call it a break, but I wasn't live for a while because there was so much going on there. He was very sick. She's doing well. I wouldn't say I worry. There's times I worry about her being in the house. She's 78. She's she's walking with a cane now, and she has to be careful and this and that, but she can drive. She drives over to see Dad, all of that, but it's a lot. They've been, the 22nd of this month, they will have been married 56 years, and they've never been apart this long, being married. He was in the service, but that's why they were engaged. And so with this stint, he's been, he was in the hospital for Thursday to Thursday, so for 7 days. And now he's going to be there a while because he's going through rehab because his leg from his ankle, we don't know where they came from or how it started, but from his ankle clear up into his groin is full of blood clots. Oh, thank you. You guys are very sweet. I've been posting about it, and everyone's been wonderful. I get lots of texts, phone calls, all of that good stuff. I know lots of prayers. I always share that with my folks. Okay. So here is the outside. Now you can see, I know you can see the frame through this. Trust the process if you're new to pancake method. Okay, so this is on the outside, and look at how flat it is. Now, all we're going to do is there's going to be an inside, but we do this in a different method, and I'm going to show you that. All that's going to go on these is ribbon tails, and then that's it. So look at how flat that is. Good morning, April. Hey, Beverly. Thanks, Mary Jo. So I'm going to set this here because we do each row separately, meaning the inside and the outside. So we just put the mesh on, and now we're going to go ahead and put the ribbon on. Oh, thank you, Laura. So again, we are going to use this puzzle piece ribbon and polka dot. So we're going to cut 14 inches. The only time I cut 14 inches is on a, these are kind of dull. Where are my big honkers? Somebody took them. I'm going to hurt somebody. Here they are. I'm going to use my Heritage because I think I either need to sharpen my Damon scissors or they just need to be clean. It's very hard when you're together for a long time. The times that she is alone can seem like, yep. Oh, thank you. And I don't like last night because she had gotten up there later than normal. She got home. She texted me and she was at home at 9:15. Well, that meant she walked out to the car by herself in the dark. Not that it's in a bad neighborhood, but still. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now, I probably should have cut these ahead of time, but I wanted to show you guys the steps. So I am using my ribbon bars. They are ribbon boards. They're called lemon bars. They have the sizes sublimated on them. We currently have them 8-inch all the way up to 24-inch. I don't have in between 14 and 24. It's the 24 was a requested one. But if there's a size that you don't see, no, they're only $7. They work great. I think I've told you before, my youngest is autistic, and I've been making a bunch of these. Yep. Yes, absolutely, Kayla. Absolutely. Hey, Kathy. How's your morning going? Okay, so dovetail, dovetail. That's okay, Sherry. Thanks for popping in. The replay will be posted on the page here. It always is. I don't know why. To me, on the screen, the lighting has an orangish tint to it. And maybe it's just me. It wouldn't surprise me. Okay. So there's that one. Get a pin for this. Might use it in the bow, haven't decided. Got some other ribbon for that. I'm going to do some yellow polka dot. I'm cutting it 14 inches. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 12. I am great, Kathy. Thank you for asking. Definitely staying busy. Getting caught up from being gone over the weekend and whatnot. I'm caught up on stuff, both with Lemon Wreaths and KKC. So how many of you would like to try to go to General Wholesale Spring Workshop next year in April? Give me some thumbs up if you're considering it. Give me some thumbs up if you're considering that down in Louisiana. They are in Vivian, Louisiana. It's General Wholesale. Hopefully some things will calm me down. Some does KKC go live daily. We don't go live daily anymore. Oh, good. Oh, Miss Gigi, you're thinking about it. That would be awesome. Robin, Mama Dukes. Kayla, it is in Louisiana, and they have already released it. It's the first time they've ever released the tickets this early. They opened them up actually the last day, on Saturday, the last day of the event. And next year, the actual workshop is on April 6th, but the meet and greet is on the 5th. Patricia and I already have our tickets bought. So if you guys consider any time between now and then, we'll keep a list of who's going to go so we can meet up or stay. We're looking at having it a family thing again. So possibly do another bed and breakfast or whatnot. But we can always consider a hotel too where we're around everybody. What's nice about it on General Wholesale is they have both Shop Pay and Affirm, so you can do it in payments if you'd like. So that is wonderful. The tickets they went up a little bit this year, not a lot for this next year. So they're $250, which still is not bad, guys. So you have a meet and greet on Friday. That is when they gave away big old bags of candy. The theme was Mardi Gras this year. So they did a, quote, Mardi Gras parade from outside into the warehouse with all the designers. Hello, LaDonna. To get all your shopping on over there with Ashley. So they had that stuff. So you get to meet everybody. And then on Saturday, for the actual workshop, we got a swag bag, we got a t-shirt. Stephanie from Festive Creations by Stephanie donated signs. Everybody got a metal sublimated sign. We had breakfast, which was donuts, but still very good donuts. They served us breakfast. Lunch was brought in by Sandy's sisters, and it was jambalaya, chicken Alfredo, a set-up salad bar, king cake, and then we didn't know it. We had already had plans with the family, but then when everything was over, Saturday evening, they brought Mexican. They brought they call it a snowball. Down there, it's called a snowball, not a snow cone. So, guys, and that was for $200. So, if they do stuff like that again this next year for $250, my goodness, and all of the stuff that you learn and the designs, and you get to go shopping, and they have discounted items. You can't beat it. I'm saving you money. You got a swag bag today. Oh, did they sell some? So is it official, Miss Gigi, you're going? And this next year, it is and Patricia has told me once, and I've seen it. It's going wild, and it's about the African animals in the wild, something like that. Okay. So we're going to put it on just the outside. Again, these are cut at 14 inches. We dovetailed them. I put the 1.5 on top of the 2.5. They didn't have any crawfish, and we didn't go out to eat down there, so no. I was worried about it. Let's be wild. Thank you, LaDonna. Let's be wild. Now, you don't have to do 2 different size ribbons. You can do 2 1.5. You can do 2.5. Whichever one is your favorite, put it on top. Yay, Miss Gigi. I'm so excited. I get to meet you in person. I'm going to put it right in. That is awesome. LaDonna, are you going? So we're going to twist this up. I'm going to twist it up about 6 or 7 times, and we're going to cut it so there's just about a 1 inch. Hello, Lisa. I know, Patricia, isn't that awesome? So there's just about a 1 inch nub, and we're going to fold it over and tuck it underneath our ribbon. Okay? And then we're going to spread our tails, and we're going to do opposite. Meaning, we've got polka dot puzzle, okay? I'm going to pull them apart so they spread. The next one, they do it once a year. And so it is April 5th and 6th next year of 2024. And you stay in, Ashley had talked about, lots of people had talked about, don't want to stay in. Vivian's a very small town. And Janice, we didn't drive through it to see what the hotel/motel is, but it was recommended not to stay there. So everybody stayed in Shreveport. We were kind of on the outskirts of Shreveport because we did a BRBO. And it was only about a 30-minute drive. to get there. Well, I have to go and get ready for work. Love seeing you again. Hope to call you. Oh, thank you, Christine. Yes, I've missed you and everybody. So again, we're going to separate them. So it's alternating the styles, okay? And you will see why we're doing it this way. If you are not familiar with the pancake wreath, you will see why we're doing it this way, where instead of putting all the mesh on at once, we're doing mesh ribbon. Atlanta, Texas is where a lot of the... I just knocked myself out. Is that where they stayed, Patricia? I didn't know that, but that makes sense. That explains why they were able to see Stormy and Michelle. So we'll have to look into that. Why is this not plugged in? Oh, please. Don't need my laptop going dead, then I wouldn't be able to see you guys at all. There we go. Good morning, Michelle. Is Dakota feeling bad? The numbness hasn't wore off. I think she, it's more the pressure. She did feel the pressure when they pulled the one. One was loose. They had to pull one on the bottom, and they had to pull one of her molars, guys. And that one was in there solid. It was not budging, and they had to pull it because the other one was coming in over it, the adult one. And so she really felt the pressure on that one. So I'm going to make sure I get her some Tylenol when I'm done here before the numbness wears off. But that's why she came down here. She said, my mouth won't stop watering. Well, it's all numb. And then we have a place up here that is specifically for children. It's called Smile Station. And I don't remember if it's because the guys that run it, if they like trains or what, but they have a train. It's train themed. And they have a train that goes up around. They have the main room where all the chairs are if you're just doing cleanings. And then on the sides, they have the private rooms for stuff like what Dakota did. So around the main room, they have a train that travels. And they have the TVs in if you saw the reel that I posted, it shows her laying down. They give them sunglasses because the light is in their eyes. And they let them choose. They put headphones on, but they let them pick what they want to watch on Disney. Hello, Dawn. And then they have the toy machines, like that are, by the doors at grocery stores and Dollar Trees and whatnot. And they give you tokens. So because she got teeth pulled, usually they give you one for a cleaning. But if you have teeth pulled or any work done, they give you more. Well, she didn't tell me because I was talking to the nurse. So we're driving home, and I'm like, so what did you get? And she just sat there and shook her head. And I said, did you not get anything? Well, in a nutshell, both of them, I guess, when she lifted up the little door to get them, they didn't come out. And she didn't say anything, so she didn't get her prizes. Oh, that's okay, Janice. My ribbon is cut at 14 inches, and you'll see why I did it longer. Hi, Shannon. I will be feeling Coda Bear's pain soon. I have to my top 2 is my... Oh. Yeah, I hate the dentist. I'm due for a cleaning, and I haven't scheduled it. Art keeps getting on me. I'm like, listen. Just leave me alone. Okay, this is the last one on the outside. If you haven't figured it out, we are doing autism. I know, Robin. I feel like I'm so out of touch with everybody, too. Maybe I'll hop on again later. I got so much stuff that I want to design and make. And there just doesn't seem to be enough time. And so if I force myself to do a live, then I'm making it. And I have y'all's company. It's even better. Guys, I have to tell you, I have to brag a little bit. So, Mel, if you guys know Coach Mel from Sincerely Creative Mom, the one that created the pancake wreath here, I referenced her earlier. She, when we saw her, you know, I was nervous about going up to like her and Tammy Hodges, you know, stuff like that. But she saw me. We were there Friday night, and we were checking out the store because you can shop when you're there. And I thought I was in her way because she was just standing there. And I said, "Oh, I'm sorry." And I went to move, and she's like, "I know you." And I said, "Yeah, Kelly with," and we were wearing our KKC shirts for Friday night. I said, "I'm Kelly with Lemon Wreaths and Home Decor." She goes, "That's it. I knew you were. I couldn't think of the name." Oh, she knew who I was. Tammy knew who I was. Oh, she called me the TikTok. What'd she call me, Art? The TikTok queen or something like that? They both knew who I was. Megan, as soon as I said, a lot of people, well, I wouldn't say a lot, numerous people recognized me because of my headband. So I can't ever. I told Art I was going to have one surgically attached to my head. So I always have it on. I had somebody come up to me at a funeral once here in town. She was in town. She had traveled in town. It was Art's cousin, but she came for Art's cousin as a friend or whatever. And she came up to me, and she said, "Are you that wreath lady?" She recognized me because of my bandana. Okay, so we're going to do the inside, the inside row, and what you're going to do. The reason we put all of the mesh on the outside and the ribbons on the outside is because we want our inside, or our top layer, whatever you want to call it, to lay on top, and your tails are going to poke out underneath. That's why we cut them at 14 inches. So what I do is I pull my tie, I don't know if you guys can tell, I pull my tie between, you see that? It's between the two ruffles that I have here. So we're going to lay this right on top. We're going to make sure push it down in there. Make sure it's all the way down in there. So you do the 2 twists that you normally would to hold it in, but then we're going to do 6 to 7 more. So we have enough to cut off and leave a 1-inch little nub. Why did I do that? I haven't put my ribbon on yet. Don't do that, guys. Because I wasn't thinking. I got ahead of myself. So this is the one time you do not want to do as Kelly does. So because this is a thinner wreath, we're okay. I'm going to put my clip on that. We're going to take this off and put a new one on since it's just right here. Because I'm an idiot. Come on. I have an appointment in 15 minutes. I got to run. Have a great day, y'all. You too, sweetheart. Was Mel a presenter at General? Yes, she was. Mel was. Tammy was. Scott Waterman. Dylan from Designs by Dylan. JoJo from JoJo's Rustic Remnants. Dago. Chasing Doors. Kellum, Lisa Kellum from Kellum's. Oh, good. I'm glad I'm not the only one. I was over here saying, "Don't cut it," like you could hear me. Well, need to be more mentally attached. So, I'm just joking. Okay, so we're just going to do it twice. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to overlap it. Who else was there? Wreaths by Waldo. I got to meet her. Sweet little young girl. Is Dylan the young kid? I didn't mean that. I know what you meant. No, that's Max from MB Crafts. He presented with Megan. Oh, thank you. He presented with Megan from Gal vs. Glue Gun. Who else was there? Candy from Candy's Creations. Oh, Cody. Cody and Zach. How could I forget Cody and Zach? I love Cody and Zach. I will rub my temples and project harder next time. Thanks, Shannon. You okay? Is the numbness wearing off? No? Okay. Miss Patricia had said hi earlier.
Can I have some Tootsie Rolls?
Tootsie Rolls? You can't have... Let's wait a little bit, okay, so they don't go... if it's not bleeding anymore, baby, you can take that out so we can see if you're swollen or anything. I chew it on the other side. Bless your heart. I was super stoked, obviously, about meeting everybody, but it was amazing. Terry Lynn Marshall, she was the MC from Mill and Dill. And, oh my gosh, she was so funny. But Patricia, when everything was done, and wanted to go over, and I had kind of talked to her, but we wanted to introduce ourselves and get a picture and all that. And we were able to chat with her. And how she got started, how she grew, you know, by doing like mastermind stuff like that. And it was a very heartwarming story. And it was very sweet of her to share it with us. And it really, it gave me inspiration that to keep pushing along, because y'all, if you're in this community and you're doing this and you truly wholeheartedly want to go forward, want to do this as a bit, you know, I'm already doing it as a business. This is my, obviously art works, but this is my bread and butter. You're going to come to a point, I'm 3 years in, and that's when it tends to be tough. And a lot of people walk away and throw in the towel and say, I can't do this. Because you do have a period, which I'm in right now, you do have a period where you ain't doing it for the money. Yes, I sell stuff. Yes, and that's not to deter anybody. I'm being brutally honest because that's the way that I am. Do I sell things? Yes. Do I have an income? I don't know that I would call it an income, because right now it's going back into the business, and that's when some people walk away. But I absolutely love what I do.
I'm bleeding a little.
It's still bleeding a little? Okay. I absolutely love what I do, and I'm in it for the long haul. And I know, with not only the support of all of you amazing people, but the support of my family, Miss Patricia, most importantly, Amy, that absolutely I'm going to get over this hump, because it's something I truly believe. I believe in myself, and that's not easy for me to say. I won't lie. What am I doing? See, I can't. That's not easy for me to say. I gotta move this. My wreath keeps hitting it and kicking me out of Facebook. So I'll get off my soapbox, but that's my 2 cents. And just inspiration that I got this weekend. Do you have classes to help people become an actual business, like LLC and whatnot? I do not. I do not, because I'm not at that point when I want to do something. I'm not an LLC yet. It's on my list to make that happen very soon. Right now, I'm a sole proprietor. Good morning, Michelle. How are you, sweetheart? But Damon, if you find yourself a business coach, Damon at Deco Exchange, that's who my business coach is. Stephanie with Festive Creations by Stephanie. She was there this weekend. Amazing. That's Patricia's business coach. There's lots of individuals out there that have classes or do the business coaching that can walk you through that. Maybe someday I can, not so much a class, but I will always give my input, good and bad. Hey, I did it this way and it was wrong, or that kind of thing. But there's no way I'm anywhere close to being a business coach or doing something like that. I can only give advice based on what I have done. I'm a very hands-on person who will figure it out on my own. This one. And I would not even attempt to try to say that I'm anything kind of... What? The bottom one hurts. It's starting to hurt. Tell Trinity to give you some Tylenol.
Okay.
I thought it would last a little bit longer. That bottom one is the one that they of course gave us her teeth in a little plastic tooth for the tooth fairy. She just turned 11, but there is still a tooth fairy in our house. And the one we looked at him in the car, and I'm thinking it's the one on the that was on the bottom, or the one on the top. Let's see, this one was loose, so this one wasn't the one that was. This one was had a cavity in it, so that's why they pulled that one. This one was to make room. Y'all, whichever one it was, there's one that actually has the little roots on the bottom of it. It's not the plunge of full-time business and figuring out everything that goes with it. I've been doing it on the side. Yes, it can be nerve-wracking. And I started off just doing it as I worked from home on the computer. I had a job. And that's what it was, is I did it on the side. And it picked up, and I was too busy to be able to do it just on the side. So Art and I talked about it, and he had faith in me because, you know, you have to put the time in to grow and make the money. And he had enough faith in me. He said, this is what you want to do. This is your dream. So he has supported me. I'm blessed enough to have a husband that... Yes, dear?
It's just the bottom where it's bleeding.
Huh?
It's just the bottom where it's bleeding.
Well, you will be able to, when I'm done, if it's not lots and lots of blood, you can take that out, because what it has to do is it has to clot and close up like almost like a scab. But if you have that in there and you keep taking it out, it's going to pull that out. It's going to pull that scab off. So you can take that gauze out of there so it can... Okay. So there's our top part. Okay. Still, look how flat it is for a pancake. So the mesh is over. And it's covering those ties that I cut off, those Chanel stems. Miss Patricia is so little. I was reminded of that often this weekend by lots of people. I knew she was on the short end, but until we got took those pictures, bless her heart, I was like, you are a lot shorter than me. But what was funny is Dago, such a sweetheart. We're so blessed to have come upon him and formed a bond with him. He's as tall as my husband. He's as tall as Art. And I never would have guessed that. I kept giving him a hard time about it. I said, I thought you were like Patricia's height. It's just me that does it all, the making, designing, selling, bagging, all that. Yep. He just does. He's just always been very helpful. Even before we started making wood products, he used to sit and help with the lives, and that's how people got to know him. I used to be 5'10" and a half. That half makes a big difference. And as I've gotten older, and I blame it on my kids, as I've gotten older and whatnot, I've lost a whole inch. I'm 5'9" and a half. Which, I mean, you know, still is... Really? You never said that I was taller than you imagined. I didn't know that. Okay. Now we can twist these off. I felt like a giant in that. I mean, I look at that picture of me and Patricia, and it's like, wow. Don't mean that bad. That sounded really bad, but she knows what I meant. Okay. Want these two lay down. So see, it's like a layering effect. You've got the mesh, but then you've got the long tails. Yep, short and sweet, that's right. I'm curious to know if the people, the house that we rented for the weekend, the stuff that we made live on Friday, we left there as a quote gift to them. I am great, Teresa. Thank you. I'm curious to know whether or not it got saved. Patricia made the wreath, which we put on the door, and I made a centerpiece or a swag. It's like once the rental's over, then you don't have communication anymore. I mean, I could send them a message, but you know. Like the old children's song, I'm a little T-Bo, stop it, you're funny. You crack me up. We got to have another trip, because there's stuff that we wanted to do that we didn't get to do on a live with y'all and stuff like that, but we'll get it. That's so sweet to leave your projects. They're all, yeah, kind of as a, you know, as a thank you. So we'll see, hopefully. I sent a message saying that that's what, and I didn't hear back. So, like I said, apparently, once your stay is over. But you know what, Patricia? We didn't leave any business card. Those probably would have gotten thrown away. Okay. That darn bird in the vent. Finishing up these tails. If you're just popping on, you can see that we are doing an autism wreath. It's Autism Month. They're going to get squished because they're longer, but adjust them as we go. What is today? Tuesday. Can you guys hear that? I don't know how sensitive the microphone on my phone is. I think Trey's still in bed. So Trinity, I went ahead and kept Dakota home because I didn't know how she would feel after having teeth pulled. I thought they were only pulling one. I had her prepared for one, and then we found out they were pulling two. Bless her heart. But the other two are out because it was juniors only to take the ACT. And Trey's a sophomore, Trinity's a senior. So they've had an extra long vacation because I kept them home yesterday. Not only because, you know, it was late on Sunday and all that good stuff, but I was like, why send them for one day when they were going to have today off again. Okay, last set of tails. Oh, thank you. You guys are sweet. I had to refresh because my, I don't know, Facebook's acting wonky today. Is that a word? Wonky. Okay, so what we're going to do, obviously, all of the ties, Chanel stems that we cut off on the first round or the bottom round, you can't see. They're covered up by this row of mesh and ribbon tails. But what we're going to do to cover these up, and again, learned from Coach Mel. So we have our sign, okay? Now you can do one of two things. Preferably, you put it up here, okay? Because when you put it in, it's going to cover 1, 2, 3. Okay, we've got 6 ties. It's going to cover 3 ties. And then when you put the bow in, it'll cover these. You could do the same down here. Now, if you put it in the middle, you could put it in the middle and do a bow here and a bow here. You could do it one of two ways. I'm going to put it up here so it covers these 3 ties, and then I'm going to do the bow down here. Oh, thank you, Susan. So I'm going to go ahead and get my cable mounts. These are 1" by 1" cable mounts. I do have them on the website at lemonwreaths.com. It's a bag of 100 for $9.95. They have a piece of paper you take off that makes it sticky on the back. Like so. But for added reinforcement, we put some, I'm using some quick hold because y'all, I still have not gotten more Gorilla Glue. We're just going to put a little dab. Little dab will do you. Thanks, Beverly. Now, some folks will take this sticky off to have it be just the plastic piece, and that's okay too. Especially if they're down south where the heat is extra. I've never ever, you know, I can't say ever. I've only ever had one issue with a wreath sign, and that was actually a neighbor friend 2 doors down, and her door faces the south, and the amount of heat that came and was attracted no matter what I did, it kept coming off. And so I finally cut 2 holes because I got the jewelry puncher. I finally cut 2 holes and did it that way. So cable mounts have 4 cutouts, so to speak. Okay, I'm going to put it, because here's my sign. I'm putting it in the middle. I'm going to put it this way. I'm going to put it in there and twist it so the long part is out. Do the same on the other side. These are also, if you can't find them in a store or online, they're also referred to as zip tie mounts, because that's what their electricians use them when they're using zip ties. Keep refreshing this. Okay. So we're going to put this right in the middle. Now this isn't as thick of a wreath as what I usually do. No, you can do a bow on the pancake wreath. Absolutely you can, because it's still thin enough. See, it's still very, very thin, and you can, yep, you can put it, I don't make it as full. I don't use the 5 or 6 ribbons or all the loops on it, but yep, you absolutely can. So we want to make sure, I'm going to turn it this way. We want to make sure that this, we're going to have it just right so it covers our 3 chenille stems. Still going to use, I'm going to go right down over this one. Still going to use my darning needle, even though it's not that thick, just what I'm used to. Pull this side through. Go ahead and pull this side through before I fasten it. That way I know I have it straight. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I should have come up a little more. Let me see. Put it underneath here. And you don't have to put a bow on a pancake wreath if you don't have to, but it is an option. A little mama bird. Thanks, Jackie. I hope you're feeling well. This sign is available at lemonwreaths.com, and I am currently, there's currently a sale for every 4 signs you get 1 free. You have to add 4 to your cart. So it's a buy 3, get 1 free, but you have to add 4. And then that's all of them. Wood signs, metal signs, mix and match. It's a good time to stock up on that. Okay, there's that side. I might need to move the tie because it doesn't look straight. Yep, we're going to move this. There we go. Perfect. Now, can you guys hear that? Can you hear her little feet? Gonna tie it around the frame. If it is by a bracket, even better. If not, I just alternate one frame, or excuse me, one row, 2 rows, just to make sure it's on there nice and secure. This wreath will be available for $55 plus shipping. Okay. I like to offer them a little bit discounted when I make them on a live. Okay, so there we are with our sign. Loving it, okay? There we are with the sign. Now we're going to do our bow. Now, I cannot decide if I'm going to use this one again to pull it in, but I do have this nice rainbow one, but again, I haven't decided because it's got purple in it. Should be okay, but I still haven't decided. I have a solid red. Make it pop with the black on the top. This one I thought would be fun to give it some glitz because that the actual image that's on there for the Peace Love has some glitter in it, so I thought it would be fun to put this in with it. I think I am. I'm going to use my signs. Are they attached? Yes, I always make sure my signs are. This wreath is not sold, LaDonna. Not that I know of. I haven't seen anybody. So it is yours if you would like it. Ouch. Yeah, I'm going to throw this in there. I'm going to throw this in there. I want this to be one of the tails, so we're going to do about 8 inches. It in here and twist. Now you can do it with tails or you can, well, I wouldn't suggest doing a terry bow unless it's really short, short tails because you don't want to cover up your sign. And I've got about a little over 6-inch loops. I'm going to do just one loop of each. Love this ribbon. I don't use it very often. I've had it forever. I used to have a happy birthday wreath that I made that was very popular, and I used to go through tons and tons of that. Okay. I don't want, okay, I'm going to put the red next. I don't want the red and green next to each other because I don't want it to look too Christmassy. But I'm not doing a long tail on this one because I don't want that many tails. So if you don't like all the tails hanging down, you can do it very short. I learned that from the very talented Sarah Espinoza over at Fog Hill Farms. A very dear friend that makes amazing bows, and she taught me that because I would always struggle with how many tails I had coming down. I always thought it looked overwhelming. And she said, well, you don't have to. Pick the ones that you like, the ribbon that you like, and have the other ones be short. I said, oh, brilliant. Did not even think of that. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to go ahead and throw this one in to pull this in. I don't want this one to be a long tail either. So I'm going to make this really short. And maybe I won't put the black on top. The first loop, really, the majority of the time is the only one that I measure. The other ones, then I come in a little bit each time. This book's going to get on my last nerve today. The reason I wasn't putting yellow in the bow is because I've got so much yellow with the tails. Not that it would look bad, just personal preference. I didn't want to throw the yellow in there. I was going to put black to make it pop on the top, but I think I'm going to end it with this. With just my button. Okay. Zip tie, Kelly. I put a zip tie on one first. You won't be able to see it because we have that middle button. So make sure it all stays together. I'm going to put a Chanel stem through there. Give it a festive look with this glitter window pane. We got to cut our tails. I don't know that I will on the green, but I am going to, these ones that I made short, now that I know they're in there with the zip tie, I'm going to cut them a little bit more so you don't see them. So you don't cut any of your tails or anything. Okay. I end up changing that, but we'll see. Okay. So this going to go right here. You see, it's covering this tie. 1, 2, 3. It actually, I covered 1, 2, 3, 4. I actually covered 4 of those. So this is going to cover the bottom 2. So used to my darning needle. Let me see. Do I like this or not? Yeah, that's cute. Now, if you wanted to remove the ties under this, because it's where the bow is, you absolutely could. I'm going to leave them on there. Put it right in the middle. Going to even it up with our heart there, because that's the middle. this. I think I'm just gonna, I'm not going to dovetail it because I think that would be stupid, look stupid. Just want to even it up right at the edge. Everything's fixed. Okay, we don't want to cover our sign. What do you think? I think it's super cute. Our tails sticking out the way they're supposed to. So there's not empty spots. Okay. So we got it, guys. Look at how thin it is. So even with the bow, see how thin it is? There you go. Thank you, guys. No, my comments weren't. I see you, Michelle. Patricia just saw that logo video you posted in your story about deleting the whole paragraph. So cute. Yes. Thanks, Shannon. So it's very thin. If you have customers or for yourself, I have a screen door, and so my parents do. My mom does, but she just lets the wreaths I get her squish, that's her personal preference. That's fine, because she likes the fluffy ones. So that's what I make her, and if they get squished, they get squished. It's her door. So that's what we got, guys. Again, pancake wreath. Doesn't use a lot of supplies. I don't know, we'll have to watch the replay. It's gorgeous. Oh, thanks, Marjorie. Thanks, guys. The green ribbon in the middle, I actually got it in a Mardi Gras box that I purchased from Damon. And it is, let me find the end of it. It's an Expressions ribbon, and it is RM, Robert Michael, 997506. It's a 1.5 inch. Just something fun and festive to put in there because the images on my sign have a glitter look to them. So, yes, absolutely. Watch the replay. Would greatly appreciate that. Make sure you put #replay if you watch it from the beginning. Remember, I go live Monday through Friday at 7:30. No, I'm no longer at night. 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Turn your notifications on because you never know when I'll pop in, if I get bored at night or if I pop in at a store or something like that. You also can join my Telegram channel. There is a link up in the description of this video. Thank you, Rebecca. I love you too. Thank you, Nancy. This one, it will get posted. It is available right now for, well, it's available for $55 if it gets snagged from the live. So if somebody says, hey, I watched the live and I want the wreath, so I will wait until tonight to list it on the website and on Etsy. And yeah, Dakota's going to come over and end this for me. Love you guys. Thank you for hanging out with me, and stay blessed. Have an amazing day.